If you keep buying sales and marketing courses to grow your business, but you're having little success, this video is for you. Let's get to it. Hey, I'm Castillo, founder of Selfmastered. We're a high-performance training company that helps entrepreneurs scale their businesses by solving their silent bottleneck, their own performance. We transform the unproductive, overwhelming, and focused entrepreneurs into laser-focused business athletes that can achieve in one day what they previously achieved in 1 week. Today I want to talk about why most entrepreneurs, especially those that are new to the game, believe that sales or marketing is the holy grail of growing a business. And that is just not true. Because if you think about it, most strategies work. Most social media channels, most marketing strategies, more sales tactics just work. What doesn't work generally are entrepreneurs trying to use them to grow their business. In other words, it is far more likely that you are using a marketing tactic or a sales strategy that works than you are actually doing enough of the work you need to do in order to make it useful. So execution and performance are oftentimes the hidden bottlenecks that are preventing you from building the business you want. And now, in order to prove this point, let me tell you the story of the first online business I created back when I was a finance director. Back then I was working between 50 and 75 hours as a finance director, but I still wanted to test the waters of online business. I wanted to create something that I could call my own, right? So when I decided on the type of business that I was going to build, at that time was digital products sold through Twitter, I started the process of mapping up all the necessary execution and performance protocol that I needed in order to have a chance of building the business. Because it wasn't as easy as just starting working on the business and treat that as a side hustle. I needed to fully understand what was I missing in the equation of becoming an online businessman in the English-speaking world, right? Because back then, and this is 3 or 4 years ago, I did not have the English writing skills I have now. I had to learn that. I had never heard of copywriting. I have no experience whatsoever in creating content in English, even though the content that I was creating, which were tweets, were simple enough. In other words, there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know how to do. So if I wanted to have a chance of building a business, I needed to fully understand what was I lacking and then create execution protocols that allow me to learn it in record time. I needed to learn about business building and marketing and copywriting at the same time that I was building the business. And I didn't have much time to do all of that. I had like between 10 and 20 hours a week, depending on the week, to learn about business building in English and copywriting and then building the business. So what did I do? First step, I understood what were my strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, the bottlenecks within my business. Pretty much I did a systematic audit of where I was. And then I created the execution protocols. I structured my days, weeks, and months for relentless skill acquisition at the same time that I was building the business. So as I was learning X on copywriting, let's say, or digital marketing, I was also applying that in the business. I have a video on this called Just in Time Learning that is essentially what I did. Every time I realized that I needed to learn something, I learned it and applied it as soon as possible. While I was balancing this with a very intense role of director of a private equity fund, right? I primed my body to be able to spend 4 hours on flow on top of the work that I was already doing in the fund. I also created specific rest and recovery protocols in order to give myself the chance to fully recover and not fall into burnout. In essence, I created execution and performance protocols that gave me the ability to execute on the marketing knowledge that I was acquiring. If I hadn't done all this, if I hadn't built the infrastructure to deliver on the sales and marketing that I was learning, I would never have got to the finish line. Let's say that instead of just doing a lot of what I knew worked, I was chasing new shiny objects or just changing marketing tactics, I will never have achieved the goal. The goal was 6 figures in 3 months, and it took me twice as long, 6 months, to get to that level. But I still got there because I took the time to build myself at the same time that I was building my business. I did not think for a moment I was going to get the result I wanted just by doing sales and marketing. I knew I needed something else. So ask yourself, if you do not have the results you want, can it be because you still haven't learned all the things you need to learn in order to make it happen? And if this is true, how do you plan to build the specific learning protocols within your normal work routine? How can you operate at peak performance both on the business building and the learning side of things? The more things you're able to do at peak potential, the easier it's going to be for you to get the results you want. You're gonna get them faster and feel way more satisfied. So these are my 2 cents. I truly believe that most marketing channels work, most sales script work. There's a lot of sales that don't even need a script. But what doesn't work, because nobody teaches this, is the execution and performance protocol that allow entrepreneurs to deliver on what they know. This is it. I hope it was useful. Please let me know in the comments if you already have a specific execution and performance protocol that you leverage in order to get to where you want to go, or this is new for you. And of course, if you know someone who can benefit from this content, send it to her. Share the goodies. Let other people find the content, apply what we teach, and hopefully get the result they deserve. See you in the next video.